America, have a heart. That's what Canada's premier, actually the premier of Labrador and Newfoundland, Danny Williams, is saying. He's coming to the United States for heart surgery. But wait a minute, isn't Canada's universal healthcare system supposed to be superior to the United States? It's time for Prescription for Truth with Peter Johnson Jr. Peter, this is not good if you're going to say, okay, the Canadian system, which perhaps we could model ours on, is great. But then you got one of the top guys for Newfoundland coming here for heart surgery.
The premier, Danny Williams, is going to come to the United States for 3 to 12 weeks for heart surgery, because in his province, it takes up to 182 days, 182 days to get heart surgery.
Okay.
In that same province, between 1997 and 2005, they had hundreds of botched tests for cancer, for women's breast cancer.
Right.
And so there have been a litany of people. If you remember those commercials involving the woman who went to the Mayo Clinic, spent her own money, $100,000 in Arizona. Rush Limbaugh talked about the former Quebec premier, Robert Bourassa, who came to the United States for skin cancer treatment. So in some ways, he's become not the poster boy for government health care. The premier of this province coming to the United States for heart surgery. And they have those same delays in that province, in other provinces in Canada, for bariatric surgery, diagnostic tests, colonoscopies, hip surgery, knee surgery. So, you know, government-run healthcare apparently hasn't run, cracked up to what some people say.
Let's just call a spade a spade.
Yes, I will.
They have no confidence in their own healthcare system if the guy who's running the place is running as fast as he can to America, right?
That appears to be the message when the man in charge says, I am not going to stay in Canada. I am not going to wait for heart surgery. I don't have confidence in the ability of the procedure that they will do here, and I will go to an undisclosed location in the United States.
Now, here's the president last night on the need and the push and the urgency of getting health care reform passed.
Here's the problem, though, is when you've got all those things fitting together, it ends up being a big, complicated bill, and it's very easy to scare the daylights out of people. And that's basically what happened during the course of this year's debate. But here's the good news. We're essentially on the 5-yard line for those who like football analogies. We've had to go into overtime, but we are now in the red zone. That's exactly right. We're in the red zone. We've got to punch it through.
Is it possible to punch it through? Does he still have the ball?
Well, apparently the red zone for the premier of Canada was a danger zone, and he didn't want to die as a result of heart disease in government-run health care in Canada. Yeah, the president still has the ball on this issue, and in spite of the polls, in spite of elections in 3 states, in spite of people saying this is not our interest, the president intends to push through on this, in spite of even the latest polls that say that even if the Democrats force through, punch through health care, as Nancy Pelosi says, she's going to jump the fence, jump the gate, parachute in, drop in. I mean, she's not scuba diving. That's the only thing that she's not doing. The American people are still very concerned about what the Democrats are doing on that issue, even if they pass it.
And that is just another example of the guy from Canada comes to the U.S. to say, save me.
Sad. Call us.